What are they
What
doing?
is going on?
Yeah.
Because you never know with Jim's quiz.
We shouldn't have got this bitch on.
What did he say?
No, I just feel like Cole's got so much to say.
What did he fucking
I
say?
knew we shouldn't have this bitch on.
You can't say that to
No,
us.
there you
more
go.
detail on that?
There you go. That'll be you dragged into a disciplinary, and it's all recorded for HR.
Yes, we're going to go dogging.
Yeah.
And you might be thinking, you can't go dogging on a podcast, mostly audio listeners, but we are going to do that. we are going to do that. We got to pop a dome. We got a picture of poppers. We've got a completely made up PS4 game that doesn't exist that Tom made called Papa Come Back.
Hey guys, it's Tuesday. Welcome to Bongo's Bungalow, the official podcast of Bongo's Bingo. I'm Jonny Bongo, your host. I'm joined with Jimmy Sweets.
Hello.
And Cole, aka Slutty Susie.
Sapo.
And today is a boss one. I'm really excited because we have the one and only Jess Helliar joining us in the podcast studio. A proper behind-the-scenes wizard. For anyone that doesn't know, Jess Helliar is the Bongo's Bingo operations director and has worked with Bongo's Bingo pretty much from
Just before first birthday.
just before the first birthday,
Yeah.
so 10 years,
Yeah.
right from the early days.
Yep.
And yeah, we're going to be delving into all your history, Jess.
Oh, God.
Like where it all began, how it all started. Because you, to be fair, like, firstly, you started when did, like, how old were you, like 10 or something? No, but like,
Felt like it. I think I was 19. I was in my third year of uni because on the first birthday, the horrendous first birthday, I was doing my dissertation whilst replying to complaints. So I had all my mates sat around doing the complaints for me. So yeah, but I used to do the door a bit, and then came on officially like, yeah, I think 19, 20, early 20s.
class.
And now I'm 45.
What were you doing in uni? What were you doing in uni? You're not from Liverpool. You're from
No, I'm from
Manchester?
Manchester. Yeah, Manchester. I was doing events management, but I didn't really go in. I was working with Josh, doing wax,
which was a club night.
which was a club night. Yeah, so I did that with him for a bit. That's how I met him. And then he decided to stop that and do Bongo's Bingo. And then I came on.
And you were sort of like a bit of a what was your sort of role at the start?
I was PA.
PA.
Don't you still have me saved in your phone as Jess PA?
I do, yeah. No matter what you
10 years
are.
later.
As soon as you go on my phone, you never change. Like Technical Tom was just like Tom AV, because he spoke to me once about putting AV screens up. He's like, hey, you should do AV screens at the bingo. Get in touch with me. I think I've just got you on my phone as Cole. And to be fair, actually, Jim, let me just, because you've changed.
Don't you make something up now.
What do you say? I'm not gonna. No, I'm not making. Let me
It's
tell you.
something about my receding hairline.
No,
or something.
you. Let me get. How do you get into contacts on phone? There's a.
Do you know what someone said to me the other day?
What?
Said, your teeth are receding like your hairline. Like
Your teeth?
starting to lose your teeth at the front.
Let's see.
But you've got teeth at the back.
At the bottom.
Oh, the top. You see them two there?
What?
You want to touch it?
No.
You must have changed your phone about 9 times.
Yes.
Like,
literally.
I've got
Yes.
I've got Jim, then I've got Jim New, then I've got Jim Real, then I've got Jimmy Old, and then I've got about 3 different Jimmy Sweets.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
Yeah,
I've
I've got a
got
few
4
Jimmy
numbers
Sweets.
for Jim.
yeah.
I feel like I've only ever had one phone, but
Jim Real was good. He was good. Jim
Yeah,
Real.
sounds cool
That must have
guy.
been like your real one or something when you were when you were not artificial AI Jim, real Jim. Jimmy Old. That's kind of you just now, anyway. So, Jess, we'll talk loads. I've got loads of questions for you. Look, I've got like 49 questions for you to get through.
Wow.
But we will get through them in
quite a
minute.
serious podcast then, really.
I think it is going to be a serious one, so we'll get all the nonsense out of the way, and we will delve into Jim's quiz. But I have to say as well that the whole base, a lot of the basis of this podcast was a lot of Jess's idea as well. Obviously, the producer team, Posh Lucas and Curtains came to us and said, "Why have you not done a podcast?"
And I was like, "Finally!"
And I was like, I don't know about the time, and it might just turn into just some mad Jim's quiz thing, and but you were like, just do it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's see what you think after this.
I'm excited.
for all those that enjoy this podcast, Jess is one to thank for that. So,
You are
Jess,
welcome.
you know how to. You're an audio listener. You listen to this podcast, do you?
I listen. I don't watch.
Out of who's your favorite? Like just like out of like all the regulars.
Don't say it.
Like,
What? Who's your favourite?
Just like
Out of you three?
Yeah, like just. Like,
I don't know. I mean, obviously, Jim's quiz is great.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Cole could do a bit of work with detail sometimes, but
Oh, feedback live.
Feedback live.
I'm joking.
I can take it.
No, yeah, you can take it. And I really appreciate when you say for the audio listeners, because I'm always in the car and I'm like, what are they
What
doing?
is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you never know with Jim's quiz.
We shouldn't have got this bitch on.
What did he say?
No, I just feel like Cole's got so much to say.
What did he fucking
I
say?
knew we
then?
shouldn't have this bitch on.
You can't say that to
I know.
us.
There you
More
go.
detail on that.
There you go. That'll be you dragged into a disciplinary, and it's all recorded for HR.
Right, I'll write that down.
Right.
Oh my god! I can't believe
Anyway,
it.
moving on.
great,
Moving on.
great.
Moving on.
Everyone's
Jim's
great.
quiz. Throw the jingle up.
Jim's quiz is totally random.
Right. Here we go.
Right, so the way it works is, in case this is your first time for Jim's quiz, is I will ask 5 also questions and I will dish out the points as I see fit. My answer is final. And the theme for this, you can play wherever you are, do whatever you want.
Not driving.
Not driving. Yeah. And the theme for this one is, so the title is History and Food, etc.
Ooh.
Then I can
I
do
like
whatever.
the sound of that food part.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not very good at history,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I think
yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
good at the food.
So because we got you on today, I thought I'd try and class the quiz up a little bit. Because
Okay.
we normally have like stupid prizes and stuff
Okay.
like that. So I went and got is one of my favourite foods, really gorgeous hickory and oakwood smoked salmon.
Ooh.
I don't know if you remember, Johnny, but it's actually 3 on the smoke level.
3 on the
That's-
smoke level.
which is
That's a
perfect
really
for me.
middle of the road one.
Yeah.
Goes up to 5, does it?
It does. How'd you do that?
Yeah.
How long has that been behind the sofa?
A couple of days, but it's still good. It's sealed, so. But I did try and class it up. But as I was walking to get the salmon, I found this mussel shell on the floor, just near the dock. So you can have that as well. That's thrown in for free.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Question number 1.
What? That's the only prizes? Salmon and a shell?
Is it?
I don't know.
It's not.
Right.
There's bonus questions coming later.
Okay.
Plenty of them.
Eyes down, pens down.
Yeah, eyes down, pens down, and this is a food-based this is a food-based question, and I'm gonna need a little helper for my food-based question. So I'm just gonna grab.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Chef Luigi. I thought you were never going to get any more use out of him.
Oh yeah, you've got to get it. Finance team said I've got to use him again. So. Yeah.
For audio listeners, the miniature puppet chef is back. There you go.
Nice.
Okay. In Italy, we make it a pizza. In France, they make it a escargot. In some parts of the world, they eat dogs. And it's criminal. But the question is, what a nut is used to make the marzipan?
Did you say what a nut?
What a nut? Oh, Jesus. What a nut is
a
used to
nut?
make the
Nut.
marzipan? Oh,
Right.
lovely.
Do you know what marzipan is?
Lovely.
Okay. Thanks, Chef Luigi.
Thanks,
Good
Luigi.
Good to have him back.
It is. Question 2. Food-based again. Just for
great.
Cole. I asked 100 people to name me the best bean. What's the best bean? It's a food question again. Is it?
I feel like I'm thinking out too far outside the box.
And sometimes you need to think outside the box, Jess.
You do.
Okay.
What's the best bean?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, just going to get another guest out. Homemade.
I think I walked in on you doing this earlier.
What is it, Jim?
It's a Sean Bean sock puppy.
Bastard. Bastard.
Bloody bastard.
For audio listeners, it's a Sean Bean sock puppet. Definitely handmade.
It's 100% handmade, yeah. Me and Tom made it together. So, right, just flick into Sean Bean mode. Here we go. Oh, I'm solid, me. Used to be a boxer, didn't I? Sheffield Steel is literally my life. I support both Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday because they're both Sheffield, aren't they? Right, I've read nearly 20,000 books and I'm the cleverest person I've ever met apart from Jess. You're right, smarty pants, you, Jess, aren't you? And I make a right nice Caesar salad if you fancy it. Anyway, right, the question is, Shakespeare, you know the play nonce, Shakespeare... Right, sorry. The question is about his work, in inverted commas. It's not real work. If he wants to work in a steel mill, if he wants to know what real work is, he'd blow his bastard head off. Fuck's sake. Right, to be or not to be? Which famous Shakespeare play is that from?
Okay.
Oh, I can't do it.
Thanks, Sean Bean.
Right, question 4. Right, so this is a bit more. This is like a challenge and a question in one.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to give you all some water, unless you've already got water.
I've just got beer. I've got water here. Yeah.
So you got water?
How much do you need? You need a full bottle.
You need to. So what you need to do is you need to fill your mouth with water.
Right.
And you're not allowed
God.
to. You're not allowed to swallow. What? It'll be fine. Don't worry. You need to fill your mouth with water, and you're not allowed to swallow or laugh.
Right. Oh,
It's
okay.
not allowed, and none's allowed to come out your mouth.
What
Okay.
happens when we do it?
Well,
Right,
if you
when
keep
do we
Are
do
these
it?
waterproof?
if you keep,
No.
do you want to not do that?
No, go on, let's do it. Are they
Right, are
actually
we
not
ready to
water-
go? Are we ready? Is
How-
everyone right? Go.
How much?
So, yeah, just keep it in. Obviously, breathe through your nose. That's obvious. But right, so I'm going to bring out a little guest now to do another question. Well, howdy there. My name is Papa Roach. I brought some bonus prizes with me. Here we go. We got they're all pun based on my name. We got the Papa Dome. We got a picture of poppers. We've got a completely made up PS4 game that doesn't exist that Tom made called Papa Come Back.
I'm joking.
It's still coming out.
Also, I made you all a little bow tie to go with my bow tie out of pasta. So if you want to put your little bow ties on.
Jen, what's going on, man? Oh no, I'm absolutely soaking.
There you go, it's a little bow tie.
Oh,
It was
Get
your
in the
little.
Papa Club.
Papa come back.
How are you putting that
There
on
you
your
go.
neck?
Yeah, just put it over your head and then just... It's like a choker,
Right.
sort of.
oh my god.
Right.
It's a bit-
Oh, I didn't think anyone would laugh, so I've got like loads more stuff lined up, but I could skip it.
Picture of poppers. What else did you have lined up,
Have
mate?
you got this on your neck?
Yeah, little choker. Cross the choker.
It's tight, that, isn't it?
Oh, forgot. Some people call me the paparazzi. Shit. I almost forgot that. Sorry, Tom. Okay.
You do therapy, don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't fucking work. Okay. Papa Roach is a history buff. We all know that. Everyone knows that. He's a bit of a legend. Oh, I was going to do a song. I can't. Oh, for fuck's sake. The minute you walked in the giant. But that was only if you were like. Still. Anyway. Yeah. Papa Roach. He wrote a little poem as well. What do you think? Do it?
Yeah.
Let's sing it. I like a chippy tea. A chippy tea slides right down my gullet. Chips are healthy for me because if I didn't eat chips, I wouldn't eat anything. I'd die without those little beige angels. As I've been eating them beige angels, look at me. As I've been eating those beige angels, I decided to come up with loads of other names for chips. Do you want to hear them? Yeah. My little guilt fingers. Starch ones. Salty sleepy boys. Potato javelins. Mother's milky soldier. Crispy sadness sponge. Tiny burnt canoes. Otherwise, I just call them friends. Right. Question 4 from the history buff is: where was Adolf Hitler born? And where did he die?
Ooh.
So that's you get a whole point. I'm still moving my hand. You get a whole point if you get both them things. I'm seeing a bit, Papa Roach.
I'm struggling to breathe for this one.
Yeah, take a choke off.
Yeah, you can take your choker off now.
Mine's really thick.
You can take them off for -1 point.
Fucking hell.
Right, question 5.
Yeah.
We're nearly there, don't we? Question 5. Jess, again, because I got you on, we are going to bring back some old school and we're going to fucking go dogging. Yes, we're going to go dogging.
Yeah.
And you might be thinking, you can't go dogging on a podcast, mostly audio listeners, but we are going to do that. we are going to do that.
You have no idea how many
Right, so wait.
Oh.
So what I want you to do is, you need to write down, these are your races. You need to write down either sausages, Lego Man, Deborah the Zebra, or Hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
So for audio listeners, what's going to happen here?
So for audio listeners, we are going to. There is actually commentary on it, so it's actually quite. It will be filled with commentary. This bit.
Oh, okay.
But there's going to be a race, and the winner will get 2. If you get the correct winner, you get 2 bonus points. You can have the same one. What have you gone for, Johnny?
Lego Man.
Lego Man.
I've got Lego Man as well.
Hedgehog.
We'll go something different.
Yeah, go something different.
Yeah.
Well, do you want Lego
What was
Man?
the
What were the
third
other options?
Sausages.
I'll go sausages.
Oh, I was going to change.
Okay.
What was the third one?
Third one was Deborah the Zebra.
Listen, it's gone a
I'm
bit
going
mad
zebra.
anyway. I'm not having a full argument over who
Okay.
gets to have Lego Man and who gets to have sausages.
That's fine, I'm going zebra.
Okay.
Oh.
Right, let's see.
Won't be too long here. In fact, the sausages have started. The sausage are crackling away up front. Oh, scorching pace from the sausages, who are absolutely lashing down the track
So
this
this is
year.
a
Scintillating
mascot
stuff
race.
from them. Good to see some new sausages instead of the old bangers that normally run in this race. They're miles clear, the sausages, going down towards the
sausages
first
already
of
winning?
the
No,
obstacles.
winning, yeah.
The rest of the runners will be underway shortly. Lego Man's poised to get going. So too is Dino the dinosaur, and also the zebra's looking as if she's going to be underway very shortly as well. But the sausages have got over the first, well, they've gone round the first flight of hurdles, and the second tranche are underway now. Deborah the Zebra is prominent behind the pace. The third tranche have started. Oh, the Hedgehog's absolutely screaming down the track. Goodness me, the Hedgehog's absolutely flying here. Not so slow Joe is scorching down over the hurdles. Is going to pass the sausages. Oh, the hot drinks in hot pursuit behind them as well, and the ones starting at the back have got no chance. Not so slow Joe is absolutely flying over the water jump and down towards the final flight of hurdles. Not so slow Joe's going to score here, and is going to score by the best part
There we go,
of
so the
2
Hedgehog
fences.
won.
Running
Is
off
that 2
from way
points
back.
straight away?
2 points, yeah.
Boxes here.
2
I'm
bonus
not sure
points
which one
already.
it is.
Yes, 2 points for Jess. Okay. Jesus. Oh! Pass the bow tie was also a prize. I forgot about that.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Pass the bow tie. Bow tie pasta. Question number 1 was... what nut is marzipan made from?
Almonds.
Correct.
Almond,
yeah.
Both got...
Peanut.
Okay, it's 1
Who'd
point.
say?
Peanut.
1 point each for Jess and Johnny. And Jess has got 2 bonus points. She's got 3 total so far. Okay. Question 2. What was the best type of bean?
Got Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean?
I put Mr. Bean.
Oh, I put jelly bean.
Oh.
Is it?
2 points for Johnny with the top answer, and 2 points for Cole for getting Mr. Bean. You could have also had baked bean, runny bean. Oh, jelly bean. I'll give you a point for jelly bean.
Yeah,
I'll give you a point.
go on.
Obviously, Sean Bean was one of them. Also, whey bean, Naz bean. Question 3 was the Shakespeare question: to be or not to be. What play was that from?
I definitely got it wrong. I put Romeo and Juliet.
Okay,
I put Midsummer Night's Dream.
I put Hamlet.
it is Hamlet. 1 point for you, Johnny. Ooh, Jess and Johnny are currently drawing 4 points each. Okay, question number 4. What the hell was the question?
Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Of course it is.
Where was Hitler born and where did he die?
I'll leave this one to you.
I put born in Austria and died in France.
Okay.
I put born in Austria, died in Berlin, Germany.
Yeah, that's correct. That's
I
correct.
put it the other way round.
Right. So yeah.
Well, actually, I meant died there, born there.
Did you know?
No. But I feel like I've got to live up to your Jess is the smartest person ever.
Yeah, true. Okay, so yeah, and question 5, we already know what that was. Okay, last little surprise. Yeah, that's a hat trick. You've won 3 in a row.
6
But Jess
points.
didn't get points for the end, did she?
She did.
Yeah.
I've already put them on.
I only got 2
Already put them
others.
3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Undefeated.
Okay, so
Oh, thank you.
What? Don't fucking clap him. I didn't clap when I won.
there's just one more little thing to do.
Okay.
All right, so everyone close their eyes again,
Here we go.
just for a second. Okay, keep your eyes closed, please, guys. Okay, and then when you want to, just have a quick look around the room. And we're done.
Oh my god. For audio listeners, I'm freaking out. Jess is now an Alsatian, calls a monkey. Oh, there's Eagles, Derby. Everyone's got a mask on. That's just grim. That is grim. Is that what I got for winning? Is that a lovely...
That's a little treat for
a
you.
little panic
That's a little
attack.
treat for you.
Oh, thanks, Jim. Fantastic quiz. I've done it again. Jess, as you are our special guest today, I'm happy to gift you all the prizes except for that picture of poppers, which I want to put on my desk.
Honestly, you can keep them.
That's only just straight out. That's straight out the fridge, by the
No,
way.
you like salmon? You like smoked salmon?
I do, but I don't know what it's been.
Honestly, that's been in the fridge for
I'll take it.
ages.
I'll take it. I'll take
Fantastic.
it. Thank
Fantastic quiz, Jim. Right, we're going to take a little break and then we're going to get serious because that was just a bit wild, wasn't it? It's getting wilder. It's getting,
No, I'm gonna rein it back for the next one.
I don't know if that was a maddest quiz or it's just madder because I'm actually sat
Yeah, it
here.
was pretty-
it is pretty intense.
3
Sometimes
puppets.
you feel like you're watching someone go through like a complete meltdown.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Like,
Honestly, for someone like that there, I was just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, but it's good though.
That is good. That is great.
Yeah. Are you okay though, Jim? Are you okay? Maybe we'll take a little break.
Yeah.
See you in a second. All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks again, Jim, for your quiz and
problem.
all the effort that you've put into it, and all the prizes, and all the puppetry, and all the voices.
And Tom helped
and
big
Tom
time
as
with that.
well with some of your creative design there on making a Sean Bean sock puppet. Maybe we could give that out. We could give that to someone, couldn't we? Like a listener
at the show.
I don't know. I don't know about.
Bit niche.
A bit niche. But it is a special edition today on Tuesday's podcast because we are joined by Jess Helliar, the operations director, and I think you okay, Jim?
I just love Jess. I think she's amazing.
Oh, I love you too.
And I think. Sorry, you just come on.
No, go ahead, mate.
No, I was just
Haven't you done enough talking? No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I think the bingo would be. I don't even know if there would be Bongo's bingo. Definitely not in the way it is today if it wasn't for Jess, because she's absolutely incredible at everything she does. And sometimes I'm in meetings with Jess and I'm like looking at her just like in awe, just going, Jesus Christ, this person is incredible, almost like a savant. She's so smart, it's unbelievable.
But I don't know what savant means, so.
I think it's like
Seen Rain Man?
Have you ever seen Rain Man?
No, I'm just thinking, what is he like? Chill out, Jim.
Jim wants a pay rise.
No, no, you agree. You agree, cool, don't you?
Yeah, no.
I thought you were just about to go.
No.
No, you're about to go. It's all right.
No, I agree. I just think, like, chill out.
You think? Yeah. Right.
No, you're all good, Jim. But I think whenever I suppose one of the ideas of the podcast was to talk about some sort of what kind of goes on behind the scenes and what of Bongo's Bingo, and I think no one knows better than you because you are the person that is behind the scenes. I think this is anyone watching on YouTube. It's probably the first time you've ever seen Jess's face. You reckon?
Yeah, probably.
Unless it's your family watching, then.
Anyway, so I'm gonna try and conduct like a serious a serious
looking at you
interview.
there, Jim.
Shut up.
I'm not looking at anyone. No. I'm trying to conduct. It might go, but I'm trying to ask genuine questions. I know sometimes we think like, oh, like I'm just going to try and be serious.
Okay.
So one of my questions is, did you ever think that Bongo's Bingo, when you started 10 years ago,
Yeah.
did you ever think that it would grow into, what it is today, like being on a podcast, playing for smoked salmon and stuff like that? No, but I mean, what Bongo's Bingo
Yeah,
has
like what it
become?
would be. I'd say yes and no. I think obviously, like we've always all believed it. Like everyone that's been here from the start, Tom, Jim, Cole, you, obviously. I've always believed it's like amazing, and I feel like we've always come up with new ideas and like done mad things, and Australia and all these different things we did really early on. So it was kind of like, why not? I think everyone always said like, oh, it's gonna get boring, people aren't gonna like it. So I don't know. It was kind of, I guess, in the back of my mind, but there wasn't like a day where I was like, this is gonna end soon. It was just always other people saying it. So I was like, I wonder when that day will come, but it just never has. So yeah, I think it was always gonna be like this, and gonna be worldwide.
Well, I think that like when we did start, the amount of people that would have said this, maybe in other events companies as well, like, hey, what's that saying, make hay when the sun shines or something, like, I'd try and make as much money out of what you can of this as possible, and then because it won't last. But I don't think that was the outlook, was it?
No, I think like everyone will always be like, well, once you've been, and I was like, well, not really. You've obviously not been twice. But also when I'd go to like gambling conferences and stuff in London, like no one had ever heard of us. So I was like, well, if these all hadn't heard of us, then there's obviously more to go. But yeah, I think it was just other people, jealousy.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
What about like, so your job in the early days? You came in as like a PA, but then it just developed a lot more.
Yeah, no, I started as a PA. I think it was just like, it was like the first like off stage kind of job, wasn't it? So, helping organise dates, emails, all that kind of stuff. I did customer service, but to be fair, I think I've done pretty much every job here, just because we all started when we were small, apart from marketing. But I've had to do every single job. And then it's just kind of evolved. I think as we got more and more people, the job just kind of got bigger. And you guys believed in me and said that I could do it. So
yeah, because you're like now you're basically overseeing everything. You know what I mean? You're overseeing Jim, Cole, all the departments. Yeah. You're overseeing myself pretty much.
No.
But no, you are genuine. Like you're the. Not puppet master, but like you've got.
Yeah, that sounds evil.
Yeah.
And the oil.
Yeah, like Jim with all his
cogs.
fucking puppets. You are truly the puppet master. You're Jim Henson.
Who's that?
Oh, that's it. So like now, like like a typical day now for you, like coming in the office or working out, like what, like.
A typical day, well, speak to all like the heads of department, like Jim and like Cole and marketing and finance, production, everyone, our ops team. Basically just like making sure things are happening. But I mean, it's not really making sure anyone's doing their work because everyone's class. It's just planning for the future. So what have we got next? Big projects that we've got coming up, and just trying to look further ahead, and then obviously like deal with the day to day as well. We've got so many events on, so there's always something happening. Always someone with an idea. Usually always someone with a problem. But a good problem.
Yeah, sometimes. I was going to say, when I'm watching you, not that I don't sit, I don't sit there watching you, obviously, but like literally every 2 minutes there's someone coming up to you going, can you help me with this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Like, you never get like a minute's
Have you got a
peace,
timesheet of what I do each day?
Yeah, I've filmed it all, so it's.
I love you.
But you do get constantly bombarded with stuff, don't you?
Yeah, but I think that's because everyone like is so excited about what they do, and everyone's like, oh, I've got an idea here, I've got an idea here. So it's chaotic, like that classic no day's the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's just like there's loads of people with loads of creative brains and loads of ideas, so it's just like putting it all together. And yeah,
what, like, trying to think back, what was probably like the first sort of like stumbling block, our first big problem that we had when we were, was it the licensing?
Yeah, well, I I think it's, well, I think 2016. That's when we first got knocked on the door by the Gambling Commission. And at that point, obviously, no one was like, yeah, we do gambling. We were all like, what? We don't do gambling. What are you on about? And then I think you talked about it on the podcast before, but it was literally that week where we were sat in the lobby where we used to work out of in Camp and Furnace, and it was just like one by one phone call, like, oh yeah, that's Sheffield. Oh yeah, the Gambling Commission shut that down. Oh yeah, this one, they've shut that down. Oh yeah, they've shut that down. And every event that we had on that night or that week was being shut down. So yeah, had to learn the whole of the Gambling Act 2005, which I now know very well, and find out a way that we could do it when we were told that we couldn't, and there wasn't any like rules for what we did, so we had to find the rules around it, all legally, completely legally, but had to do loads of different things to make it work. And then it did, and then we got our license in 2017, so it took like a whole year to do, and now the Gambling Commission love us.
You know, like stuff like, I think, like, not blowing smoke, well, I am blowing smoke really, but like, you know, for someone to start, when did that happen? Like a year in, was it the gambling?
Yeah.
So, you know, you've come into because all of that, when all of that stuff was going on, I never really knew what was going on. I wasn't really.
And I had to go to court.
So yeah, I didn't know you went to court. I know Jim's been to court about 9 times, but like,
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying, and I'm not. I suppose I'm not trying to be like ageist or anything like that. But you know, you're only 21. You'd come into the company that we didn't really know what the company was, and you were dealing with all this like really pretty like scary stuff. Like what? Like that wasn't things when you did business management in uni. Was that?
No, I did events management.
Events management.
But
So
didn't
like,
teach me that. I don't know. I think it was more like it was so like, apart from the scary stuff of the Gambling Commission, it was so good, and I was like, there must be a way. And I think like, because at that time, you know, you were completely show focused, and I was like, I don't want to let guys down. Like, there must be something that we can do. And yeah, I just thought there was always going to be a way. It was like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a solution to everything.
yeah.
So you just got to find it.
Well, no, I think that's one of the strong points, isn't it? Like, you'll always, there's been many times where I know me personally, I've like, well, we're fucked, or something's gone on, and not, like,
Yeah.
you know, even with all the stuff with Camp and Furnace, you know, in the early days of that, I thought like, you know, we brought them to court for the whole copycat thing, and we can talk about it another time. But like, there's been so many times over the 10 years of Bongo's Bingo where something like that happens, and with Camp and Furnace, think, oh, big company, loads of financial backing, you know, we're taking them to court, but they're like, what's going to happen kind of thing. And like, you always are of that mindset of like, nah, you know, there is a solution. Like,
Yeah, well, I think that there's so many other companies that will have gone through similar stuff, worse stuff, and I think like the difference when people decide like not to, you know, push through and just kind of go like, let's give up, it's probably because it's like fractured inside, whereas all of us are like, no, we really want to do this, we want to do it together, like, you know, so why wouldn't there be a way? And there's so many like people that skirt around the rules. We were doing everything correctly as well, so it was like, if we had actually done something wrong, I'd probably be like, oh, we fucked up here, like,
yeah.
But every single step of the way, like, we were, you know, genuinely didn't know about the gambling and genuinely wanted to do it right and do it right. With the Camp and Furnace stuff, you know, we absolutely knew that we weren't in the wrong. So it's like every single challenge that we've had, I'm not saying like we're always right all the time, but every big challenge, it's like, well, have we been sound about it? Are we like nice people? Have we had good intentions? Yeah. So then we can actually go all the way with it and figure it out. Because, yeah, rather than just be like, oh, actually, we fucked this and we need to, you know, keep going until it's over. And we've always been on the same page, like, of what we wanted. So,
on like another note of like behind the scenes, because obviously I think like a lot of people don't realize the amount of work that goes on behind, and like, even when you were just mentioning there about, you know, Jim and Cole, like, although Jim is hosting and Cole's dancing, they've got full-time jobs within the company as well of managing over, like,
no one's going to believe my head of department.
I know, it's actually funny because you're a brilliant manager, but Jim and Cole actually, like, both of them have like more like direct, you know, they manage directly more people than a lot of people in the company, because you've got all the hosts, which is a lot of people, and you've got all the dancers, which is Fucking loads of people.
What do you think my greatest strengths are?
You know what's good though, like for us, is that like saying like what we have to sort of bring to the show and like the hosts and the dancers is like that kind of silliness.
Yeah.
So it does kind of work like.
Yeah, 100%. No, yeah, it's not like.
And then when we have serious issues, we just come straight to Jess every time. Jess, can we grab you for 5 minutes, please?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of like something like an example of like the public or the customers wouldn't realize what goes on behind the scenes at Bongo's Bingo, of like how the operations are.
Well, I think it's just the scale of everything. I think like, you know, the amount of events we do per weekend. So like on a weekend where we might do 38 events, that's 38 venues that are being spoken to. That's, you know, those venues employing like, you know, however many staff, like 20 to 50 sometimes. It's like all the people that are involved, and therefore, you know, with those people, like every single like, you know, production for every single venue. Then you've got Tom's like tech team doing every single element of the show. Like you guys create new visuals like every single week. You guys create new prizes, new bits. You host do new bits. Like every single person in here is like not just working for the weekend. Like then we're already like planning for Christmas next year. We're planning for like, you know, birthday next year. Planning for going outside of the UK. Like there's so many projects on at one time, and then you get to Friday and instead of going like, oh, it's over, it's like, oh, sick, right, we've got 38 shows, let's do them. Do you know what I mean? So it's just constant, but there's so many people involved in it, and there's so many customers to reach, there's so many like people to inform, and it's just constant really. And then, you know, ideas like even the podcast, like how much do you guys like spend on this a week? Like so many hours.
There's so many good characters in the office as well. Like,
yeah, we all have loads of fun together, 100%.
Like finding, obviously from when we started it, like, you know, that long ago, to the amount of staff working, like what like do you feel that like the culture of has changed because it's bigger, do you think, or do you think it still has the same feel as it does, you know, because there's over 100 people working on it now?
Yeah, like
it's obviously a bigger company. It's a lot, like in the early days we were just burning around in a van, like just like just making it up as we go along. Do you think it's changed from when you started to now, like how like the culture of it, like the vibe of it?
I think like where we've got like more structure, processes, and like, you know, draw more lines with stuff, obviously that changes stuff. But I think culture, obviously for me it's not really changed that much, because I guess I sometimes, you know, get the best bits of it, whereas like, you know, not everyone gets to spend time with every single person in the office every day because they've got their own roles, whereas I'm grateful that I get to literally work with every single person. But yeah, I think culture is great. I think like we do quite a lot of work on making sure that people have a say and like, you know, have decisions like heard, everyone's got a voice, but also we socialise together. I
think everyone's really looked after as well. I think
hopefully, I hope so. Yeah,
it's coming down. There's always like there's a lot of benefits, and
yeah,
I think people feel really valued. That's what I think anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean we've got like ridiculously low staff turnover, and I think like that does actually speak for itself, because majority of people in that office right now have been here for 5 years plus, and you know a lot of them joined when they were really young as well. So I think that shows everything, and we're always trying to improve stuff, always trying to make it better. And yeah, I hope the culture's good. Is the culture good?
I love it.
I think there's still a bit of chaos in there as well.
I think so too. Jonny brings the chaos. You guys bring the chaos. Having the show team have jobs in the office as well brings that really fun chaos that everyone wants. Do you know what I mean? Like not everyone wants to sit there and just be boring.
I try and do puppet shows every now and again.
Pretty much.
I was just gonna say like I love the culture now, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But when I started and we used to all get in the van together, like you used to come to every show.
I know, that was so good.
And like we'd all just get in the van and go somewhere like 5 days a week.
Yeah,
they were good times as well. Like
I do miss that. Like when we went to America, that was so good because it was like old times again. And like when we did the barbecue on last week, that was like old times too.
Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
Like I miss
obviously you can't. Yeah, it's a little bit like I don't know the style. Like, I think we were speaking earlier on. Like I think about the first time you like we went to Leeds, I think it was.
Yeah.
And you don't. I think it was the first time you ever met me, and you were sitting in the back.
I was really shy, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, because I was working for Josh before, and I was like, I don't know what Johnny's like, and I need to like make a good impression. And Johnny just went, "What are you drinking?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing." nothing. He was like, no, you are. And I was like, and he was like, wine? And I was like, yeah, I like wine. And just got me a whole bottle of rosé, just plonked it to me in the back. And he was like, you're drinking it. So by the time I got to Leeds, I'd like drank a whole bottle of rosé, and I was like, fuck's
Do you
sake.
often get young
I'm
girls
going to lose
drunk?
my job.
What did he say?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, no, it's party on the road, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Party.
What's like over the 10 years? What would be? It doesn't have to be one, but what would be like your proudest moment at Bongo's Bingo?
Ooh, there's so many. I mean, the one that always springs to mind is, do you remember when me and you cried on the boat in Australia?
I do.
On the front of the boat. Not in a weird way.
Titanic.
No, not like that.
Every night.
No, because
Yeah, I said bingo related though, not just.
no, but it is.
Yeah, we'd done the shows in Sydney.
Yeah, and that
Josh
was like-
Josh had hired a boat from a birthday.
Yeah.
A super yacht, and we went out, and I think because that was only 3 years in, wasn't it? Was it 2 years?
2 years in. That was
2 years
2017. Yeah.
And we're on this boat in Australia.
Yeah, and it was
flying
kind of
by
like
Sydney Harbour.
Yeah.
And they were like, "What are we doing?" Like,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is-
exactly. It was like,
that.
whoa, this is actually mega. And you know, that's kind of the times where everyone was like, what the hell, like, you're doing this job, that's amazing. And like the shows were amazing, like we had such a good time, and I was kind of like, oh my god, we're actually in Australia and we're actually doing it. And with all the complications of the gambling there, which was like a mammoth to get over. So yeah, that was a really proud moment. And then I think the Christmas parties, like when you look around, everyone's just so nice, everyone gets on. When we do the awards and everyone's like really cheering each other on, I just feel like it is a genuine, like, supportive group of people that want everyone to do well. And for me, I feel like that's where I'm most, not proud, because I'm not taking credit for people and their personalities, but I feel like as a team, everyone, you know, works really well together, and all the managers and everyone works really hard for everyone to try and be as happy as they can and actually enjoy being around each other. So yeah, that makes me the proudest.
And what about all your awards?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolute loads of awards. What did you get?
Actually, you know,
What was all those awards? What do you want?
well,
Go on.
I actually did slag Cole off before on detail, but he actually got it right. It was 30 under 30.
Yeah.
So I got that. What?
I was gonna say, what is that? Sorry.
So it was like 30 under 30 of like the events industry. And Pete, our production manager, nominated me. And then the most recent one was like young business leader.
Class.
And I got that too. So yeah. To be fair though, Damo has nominated me for loads of other awards and I have not won them. So just to be clear. But I have got two, so that's good.
Yeah, but he's probably putting in all random categories and stuff like that.
Dino was our
Anything
PR manager.
non-related,
Probably,
like.
yeah, he would put you forward for like football of the year. You know what I mean? Just enters into everything, doesn't he?
Yeah. 100 meter sprint, I reckon you could do that.
Yeah. But no, I'm happy with them. But yeah, I think the ratio is a little bit off.
Just finally then, like as a little, not like a plug, but what do you think, why do you think Bongo's Bingo has gone on this year? What do you think makes it so unique compared to other events? How would you sell it on Dragon's Den?
On Dragon's Den? Oh, I don't think I'd go on Dragon's Den, but
I wouldn't go on Dragon's
I'd just
Den.
get too scared. Shut up. That's a
But
different
it's probably
story.
the same feelings as me, isn't it? Just like,
Yeah. So sorry, what was the question? How would I sell it?
well, what do you think what do you think is so unique about Bongo's Bingo as an event?
I genuinely think the uniqueness comes, like, you know, again, not to blow smoke up your arse, but from the creation of it. I think, like, the actual, you know, you are the mastermind behind the whole craft of it and the show, and obviously the way that people have been able to follow in your footsteps, like the hosts and the dancers. Like, I think it's just a certain type of energy that only really truly comes from someone that's originally created something. But with that there's so much passion, there's so much care. Every single person here loves it, and, you know, loves working together. And I just feel like anyone can copy what we do. We can't, you know, it's not like you can trademark bingo as a concept, but when other people do it for different reasons and you decided to do it so naturally and, you know, kind of blew everyone's head off how successful it was, because that was never in your intention to, like, create this whole master, like, you didn't intend to have an office on the docks. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's the people behind it, I think it's the constant kind of like energy put into it to keep it fresh, to keep it, as creative as possible, and just keep it exciting, keep it moving. I just think if you could bottle that up and sell it, then
everyone cares, isn't it?
everyone would buy it. Yeah,
Everyone cares about it.
100%.
And finally, because you on the strings and all that, what's next? Like I don't know. You
So you said it on the drink.
what is on the strings? Because you know everything that's going on. What is next? What's next? 10 years? Have we got another 10 years in us, do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. Got another 20.
What's up?
So without giving anything away, I think we're going to be in loads of new territories, working with lots of new people around the world.
Wow.
We're going to differentiate what we're doing more, kind of pool parties, summer stuff, all that kind of vibe. We're doing loads more festivals and we're leaning into that a lot more. We've got student shows coming back, which is really exciting. So we're bringing the midweek in. But yeah, I think it's just more exciting, exciting venues in the UK, but outside of the UK, we could literally go as far as we want to go.
Exciting, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Hey, give Jess a round of applause.
Yeah.
It's so
Thanks,
good having you in,
guys.
Jess. So professional.
Was it?
Yeah, you're boss. Smashed it.
I thought you guys were going to chip in, but you just quiet.
Oh, I tried to, but
Yeah, I
got
didn't
shut
feel
down.
like I felt like
Yeah.
that setup was a little bit like it was more. You should just had like you two on there maybe, and me and
Yeah.
Jim could have just watched.
Aw.
Right, listen.
Cole hates me.
Yeah. Producer Lucas wants to ask a question.
What's the most difficult memorable decision you've had to make on the PPC?
On the PPC?
Party planning committee.
I thought he was going to ask genuinely, then I was like, I can't go into that. What? So in the party planning commission,
Because we've heard it's a bit like, the mafia.
what's the most difficult? Oh, well. No, it just gets heated because everyone's got different opinions, but I like things to be fair as possible. And that's why it usually gets heated. And also, Rich Furness, can I just say, he won the award for Host of the Year. And then when we got a new updated award, he wanted to get a new
kicked
award
off.
so his looked more fancy.
I was a bit pissed off actually because I want one of them as well.
What?
The new one's a class.
Yeah, but do you not think having like the vintage, like I was here from
Yeah, they were glass. Do you know what I mean? It's not you can't go to like the Brit Awards changed every year.
Yeah, they
to all,
don't go and get a
different
new
all.
one.
They don't get a new one.
Yeah, but I got £5 football under 12s fucking trophy
Yeah,
or
but
something.
that's like from the time. Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
You were you won the Lifetime Achievement Award.
I know, yeah. And then it went
Oh,
missing.
do you know-
It went missing for 3 months, and someone found it in a warehouse like full of moles or something.
Isn't that like
You obviously
wasn't there
look
like a
after
story
it.
about that like the FA Cup or something that happened? The dog found it, maybe there was something like
Yeah,
that.
Bones.
Bones,
the dog.
Bones the dog. Is it? Was that a good
Oh, no, it wasn't
reference?
actually. It was called Pickles. Pickles the
It's
dog.
called Pickles.
Mhm.
Love you, Pickles. Right, listen. Before we go, we just have to. We've got a few mail sacks here that we need to go through. Will you stick around, Jess, while we
I
delve
will
into
stick
the bag?
around.
Do you want to read
Oh
one?
oh my god, we've got a good reader in the house.
Yeah.
Go on. Do you want to read the
Better
first one?
reading.
No, I like it when you read Cole.
Hold on.
No
hold on
one
a
likes
minute.
it
Hold
when I
on.
read.
Hold
I
on.
genuinely
No
do.
one.
I
Hold,
actually do.
hold on a minute. We actually have a voice note here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, is this the
First ever
first
voice
voice
note?
note?
We've had
think
one.
so.
A
Oh,
voice
is
note
it?
from
This is
Lee.
the first one.
Right, let's have a look. Let's listen in on this then.
So it was the 4th of November 2017. My best mate, who turned out to be the best man for our wedding, was when he was still at Camp Vernus. He was like, there's some people from work, you should come over. So I kind of snuck in. I was living over the road in the buildings, literally the grey building dead over the road. And I snuck in and I was speaking to a few of the girls. And one of them took a bit of a liking to me, unfortunately. She's Northern Irish from Tandragee, and we kind of hit it off. And from there on in, we've been inseparable ever since.
Ah.
And I think we've been to Bongo's Bingo probably like, honestly, I'd lose track of how many times we've been since then. We've been to like the ones at the docks, the ones at Bramley Moor. We've been to numerous ones at the new bit in Baltic Market. I think we've been to every year since. And I used to go to the ones beforehand, and I'm pretty sure Haley used to go to the ones, was it the Jacaranda Hales?
I can't remember. No, it's Ship and Forecast. It
Ship
was
and
whenever,
Forecast.
Whenever Johnny did the quizzes at the Ship and Forecast.
And right now we're in Dubai on our honeymoon.
Hey, there you go.
That's class.
Oh, that's cute. That nearly made me cry.
nice.
then.
Absolute love story. There was a wee bit of a pause
I
there
didn't
where I
know
thought maybe he doesn't have a partner and it's an imaginary. When he was like, "What do you think? Where was it again?" And then he was going to do another voice
I
going like,
thought-
"Shipping forecast."
I thought he was going to say he was the guy who took all his clothes off and ran down the tables.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
no,
know
we
what
need
he was
to
going to
find
say,
him,
and he
no.
was like, "Unfortunately,"
Oh,
on the girls.
no.
I was like, "Oh."
Nice one for that lead.
Yeah,
There's
that's
brackets
class.
here. What are this note? Is this notes? Was this sent in? Johnny actually ended up in the back of my car one night, absolutely blocked, after the wife and her best mate were in the bungalow with some Americans he knew. Not long after the new venue started in 2022.
Oh, do you reckon that was Heather, the American?
Do you reckon? What was
Maybe.
I doing in the back of some car? Who knows?
You
So
love
Americans.
a bungalow party, don't you?
I do love a bungalow party. We've got one from Kerry. Go on, Jess.
Go on, Jess.
Oh, but Cole said, "Go on, you do it."
No
Go
one
on,
likes my
Cole.
reading voice.
I know, but you said that you may as well not be here, so I think you should read this.
No, I just meant like it was like a one. Like it would have been better as a one-on-one interview.
No,
It was a one-on-one interview.
I know, yeah.
no, it was nice having you guys here.
I was just like when Jim was.
This
just
one's from
chatting shite in the
Kerry.
middle.
we come all the time and have the best time, even if we don't win. We dance and drink our little socks off. It's always the best night out. But in the Knowsley Safari Park, we won a scooter.
Ooh.
It was fun getting it in the car. The day after, we also went to the Monday night NHS night. Oh, and it was absolute. And I was absolutely destroyed in work for the next 2 days. No, that's not what it says at all.
Should I let Cole do it?
Sorry, I'll read that little bit again. We also went to the Monday night NHS night, and it was absolutely. And see, it's stupid.
Right, I'll read it.
Oh, do you know what?
It does not written right. Oh.
It's not too. We also went to the Monday night NHS night, and it was absolutely destroyed in work the next day. 2 of us fell asleep on the works desks the next day. Yeah, I agree. But
Thank God, Jess
Well,
is
thank
here, by the
goodness.
way. I told you, me and Jim
Thank
shouldn't have
goodness
been
they have
here.
a desk job in the NHS and they're not neurosurgeons or something like that. Absolutely wrecked the next 2 days. Well, thank you very much. Here's another one here. Hey, Bongos boys. On my first ever experience of Bongos Bingo, I got so drunk beforehand, I don't even remember making it to the end of the bingo game. My friend drew dicks all over my face in red pen, and that didn't come off. My book was soaked, and by the end, I couldn't even finish the game. As we left to walk back to my friend's flat, I fell over, twisted my ankle. Happened outside the venue, not our responsibility.
Thank you,
It
Johnny.
doubled in size and I managed to run over the road. I got back to her flat, fell over again in her flat. My friend put a bag of Swede on my foot to help while I was shouting, "Eat your fucking chicken," to a friend who was also drunk. So there you go, a great night out there from Anonymous.
was that a question or just a little?
I think it was just like it was a great night out, and then
Statement.
all this happened at the end.
Love that.
Listen, thanks for getting in touch, and we will be back on Friday. You can get in touch, of course, Cole. Hi.
You can get us on socials at Bongo's Bungalow, or you can email us hello@bongosbungalow.co.uk.
Or if you're a little fancy pants, you can go on that Instagram page and you can click on the contact us and page, and it will take you to the WhatsApp where you can send us anything that you like.
A voice note.
A
voice note, yeah, please,
notes.
voice note.
That was
Voice note,
nice.
voice
Voice
note.
notes
Voice
saves
notes are
us
the
reading
best.
stuff out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting a
And
bit
of course,
judgy.
and of course, YouTube as well. Subscribe to Bongo's Bungalow. And thanks for joining us on what was one of my favourite episodes. And Jess, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks,
and thank you
guys.
for all
It's Jess.
the hard work you do at Bongo's Bingo. So all the
Aw,
best.
thanks.
So it's bye from me, bye from Jimmy Sweets,
See
bye
you.
from
Oh.
Kel.
Bye.
And
And bye from me.
not a wave to anyone, Jess, or something. Not to give any shout outs or anything like that.
Me?
Yeah.
What? To Lucas?
Oh,
I thought you pointed at
No
Lucas.
shout outs.
just any shout outs?
Didn't even talk about getting engaged.
Oh yeah, shout out to my fiance.
There you go. That's what I was leading to.
Yeah.
All right. All the best. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.